What is up, bitches? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, we are going to be talking about something a little different than usual. Usually I'm all like positivity, this and that. Chill. We're still gonna chill, but we're going to be talking about something not so chill. Yeah, so let's just get into it. If you haven't seen or heard about the Jeffrey Dahmer case, you must be under a rock. But I mean, some people aren't into that stuff. My friend Joseph, he isn't into any of that. So if you, this is gonna have a lot of spoilers. And also, I'm going to be probably transitioning from like whispering to like soft spoken. What do you guys prefer? I want to know. Do you guys like me to whisper? Or do you care if I like go back and forth? Or do you like when I am soft spoken? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just get this started though. Oh my Jesus. So currently I am on episode 9. I really want to finish the last episode tonight, but it's already like kind of late. It's like 11:30. But I don't even know where to begin. I really don't know where to begin. Like, I've seen a show or movie about Dahmer before. So when I like saw that there was like a new one, I was like, what is there more? What more is there gonna be that I don't already know? But like, there's the series on Netflix was just so like, they did a really good job on making it. Like, they did a good job, and there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know about that was in this series. And like, Evan Peters did such a phenomenal job. I was just watching like an interview about him like playing the part, and he said it was like one of the hardest things he ever had to do in his life, because to really get into the character he had to like go into this like dark side for like long periods of time. And because I guess as an actor you really do have to like feel what it would be to actually be that person, you know, you're playing that character. So he had to like imagine being in Jeffrey Dahmer's shoes, and like nobody could ever imagine being in that guy's shoes unless you're like a sick fuck. But like, to try, you know, like that had been hard. I could imagine to try to have that like mindset of a killer. And not even like a killer, like a cannibal, like somebody that like, okay, like when I found out he was like performing lobotomies and pouring acid into their brains, I was like, bro, there's no fucking way. And like the poor lady that lived next door, like, it's so frustrating how like racism played such a big part in this fucking case. Like, for one, there's just so much that the police just like turn their heads on, like they just didn't give a fuck. Like the neighbor complained so many times, and she gave them so many good reasons to go to his house. She would constantly hear screaming all the time. She would hear weird things. She would smell weird things. And nobody did anything. Like, I just don't understand. Like, if the police would have actually did their job, if the police weren't fucking racist, who knows how many lives would have been saved. You know, I thought the part that was so sad is like that 14-year-old boy. The police literally escorted him back to Dahmer's house. How fucking scary. Like, you know, that kid was probably still like, I mean, he obviously walked out of Dahmer's house. He was like aware he was in danger, but he was still so sick to like walk. Like, imagine like being in his head, that like seeing that you're being escorted back to this man's house and there's like literally nothing you can do about it. Like, that shit made me cry. Like, I cried so many times in this series. I can't even like fathom so many things. Like, the families, I can't even fathom what they're going through. Oh my god. I can't even fathom like his parents are going through, like all the guilt they must have, even though his mom was a piece of shit, his dad was a piece of shit, but like still, like they didn't teach him to be a killer, you know, like they definitely could have been better parents. But like, man, he is just like one sick individual. And apparently I didn't even know, I don't know if they're gonna show it in the 10th episode, spoiler alert, of how he died. I never knew how he died even before the show. But apparently he was murdered in jail. Somebody like fucking, I think, bashed his head in, one of the inmates. I think they just said that like Dahmer would do and say weird shit, and he was just a sick individual, and that's why the guy did it. That he was just like sick of him or whatever. Oh, there's just like so much to cover. Oh my god. Okay, and then I was watching like this other interview of I forget his name, but he's the guy that basically survived and got Dahmer caught. That like escaped. I was watching like the actual interview on that one, and it's just like you could see like the fear in his eyes. Like, he, imagine after you escape this man's house that tried to like, you don't even know what he was trying to do to you, right? Your mind could only imagine. You see fucking blood on his bed, and then you see a fucking container in his room. What the fuck? A plastic container. Who has that? And then later you come to find out that this guy literally had heads in his apartment and bodies. He had heads and bodies, and you were in this man's apartment and he was trying to take advantage of you. Like, I want to cry right now just thinking. I just can't even imagine how that guy felt finding, like, I have the goosebumps right now. I have the goosebumps. That shit is just fucking crazy. The part that really pissed me off, I mean, the whole thing is just insane. think it's like either episode 6 or 7, about the deaf boy. I'm terrible. I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. There's just so many fucking victims. It's so sad. But that whole episode, because like, you know, like you find out like these killers kill all these people, and like you feel devastated and you feel sad for them. But like in the episode, it really dives into like the guy's personality, his family, you know, what he liked to do. You really get to know these people, and then it just makes it so much worse. Like, these were people with lives and dreams and goals, and he killed somebody that was friends with him. Like, the deaf guy was so nice to him. I hate that I keep calling him that, but he had like so many dreams, and he had people that loved him, and that episode made me bawl my eyes out like so bad. I just couldn't believe Dahmer, when I first saw him like about to drug him, and then he decided to like not do it. I was like, oh my god, thank god. And then I think it was like the third attempt. Very tired. I just couldn't believe it. Like, that he was such a good person. I'm not saying anybody deserves that, but like, it's so weird, dude. He got like turned on by like dead bodies. He got turned on by like fucking organs. I just can't even, like, and you know what's crazy? I have to look into it, but like, I feel like I heard that Jeffrey Dahmer had like a head injury when he was a kid, but I feel like they would have mentioned that. But like, so many stories you hear about killers, like, they all had like major head injuries when they were kids. Who the fuck knows? But I can't believe it. I really. And like, got that guy to survive that, to have lived through that. Like, you must have nightmares, and it must be crazy to see like in the interview he said like he went from like this normal nice guy to completely, he said that his body looked different, his face, like everything about him, like once he handcuffed him and started doing these things to him, he said he just looked like a completely different person. His eyes were different. Like, I just feel like he definitely had like the devil in him. Like, there's no way you didn't. How do you do those things? And like, for that guy to live through that and to see like everything that he saw and knows what could have happened to him is can't even wrap my head around like the things people are capable of doing to each other. It's pretty sickening. Is there anything else? What else is there? I feel like there's so much that I'm missing. I'm missing a lot. I thought I heard something. Well, I hope all this disturbing talk about, oh yeah, and he ate people. I forgot about that. I just like check yourself in. I don't get it. Check yourself in. Go vegetarian. Fucking work at a butcher shop. Work as like those people and like, oh yeah, he did work at a butcher and he got fired, right? Well, he could have been one of those people that like work on dead bodies. You know what I mean? That could have been ideal for him. Like, sometimes I don't know if I believe in like the death penalty or like life. Like for him, I feel like he definitely doesn't deserve to live. But at the same time, I feel like death is like such an easy way out. Because like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like the things that like horrible things people do to get into prison, I feel like they should have the same thing done to them. Like, crazy. But yeah, I was gonna say, I hope all this disturbing talk about killing and horrible things, I hope you've enjoyed this discussion, and yeah, let me know what you guys thought about it. If you guys, yeah, I love Evan Peters. Did I mention that I love Evan Peters? Evan Peters. I will not be back for a minute, like sometime next week, late next week. I'm gonna be going to Cabo Saturday. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'll be back Wednesday. So I hope you guys have a great night, a great Friday, and be safe. Lock your doors. Don't take drinks from strangers. I don't care if you think they're cute or whatever. It doesn't matter. Evil doesn't have a face, okay? Be safe out there, guys. Don't be stupid.